had kind of like a rock bottom. And what I've noticed, like being around like so many young guys that are making a lot of money, everybody has like that one moment in their life that just like absolutely changes everything. And I feel like for me, it was around December. So first of all, my problem with time was that I felt like I didn't have enough of it. I felt like I was running out of it. Secondly, I measured time in like weekly intervals. So every time I would think about my life, I would think basically about the weekend. The weekdays, I wouldn't think shit about them. I'd be like, oh fuck, I gotta get through the week before I could get to the weekend. And that's how I was living for a while. So my days felt so short, meaningless, and I felt like I had no direction. I realized that time is what I make of it. Time is how I perceive it. The fix was not looking at it by week, not looking at my time as in like, oh, I got to get through the weekday so I could get to the weekend and enjoy that. It's enjoying every single day, every single second, every single present moment. And that's when everything really started to click for me. And I realized I had some other issues. Like I said, I was anxious about running out of time. And then once again, I realized that that's like something you can't control. Time is going to pass by, but you shouldn't feel like you're running out of it because you're making choices what you do with your time. And that's more important than like time running out, because that's going to happen regardless. But like I said, what's more important is what you decide to do with your time. I also experienced, I mean, I wouldn't call it like an ego death, but I would say that I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't like how the past like couple of months of my life had looked. Once again, like it just felt meaningless. It felt hopeless. It felt like I had no direction. So I decided to make a change. I started actually searching for ways to make money online because I always knew that there was ways to make money online. I always knew there was young people making money online. I just never knew how, and I guess like I just didn't have the drive, or it wasn't a priority because I never really searched for it that deeply. But this time around, I actually started searching for it. I started searching up how to run ads. I started searching up how to do TikTok shop affiliate. I never got into drop shipping or day trading for some reason, but I found this YouTuber who was just talking about mindset, who was talking about like the laws of the universe, how to use them for your benefit and all that stuff. That really resonated with me for some reason, so I continued to watch. My whole mentality started to change, and I found out that he was doing this business model called high ticket sales. And he had like a free video tutorial on YouTube explaining basically what it was and explaining basically what you would do as a high ticket sales, like closer, setter, representative, whatever. I guess I never really looked that deeply into it because I didn't even know that it was like so common. Like so many people had like coaching programs and they needed like sales representatives to be able to sell their services, right? For some reason I was in the blind to that, even though it's been around for so long. Once again, it just goes back to me not having it as a priority. And I was searching through his videos one time. I scrolled through the comments. I saw some guy with a smaller following say, hey, I tried everything that this guy said and now I'm rich. So I went through his YouTube videos, and in one of them he had, I guess, like a call to action, but I didn't even know it was a call to action, right? He just said, yo, if you want to learn what I do, I can teach you personally. Just message me on Instagram. I messaged him. Same day of, he scheduled like a call with me, took that call. Afterwards, he scheduled like a Google meeting. And before I hopped on that Google meeting, I told my mom, hey, I'm going to make a good decision. I'm going to lock in. Please do not worry about this money coming out of my bank account. It's actually worth it. So I did it. And obviously my mom was scared. I come from immigrant parents. So my mom had no idea that you could make money online. She thought it was a scam. She thought I got scammed. I literally dropped out of college like 4 days after. So yeah, like 4 days after I got put on my first offer, and I immediately just dropped out of college. Like I moved out that same weekend, and I dropped every single class literally like the week after. But I can say this with so much confidence, that was exactly what I needed. Everything that happens to you in life is for a reason. I feel like I went to college to realize that that wasn't for me, and that was my turning point. That's what I needed to push myself to do better, because I knew I was better and I knew I could do better. So I just had to lock in temporarily, and I mean, it pays off, man. Like, look at this. This is really only 4 months of locking in. Met some sick ass people. Like, this is the most money that I've been making purely because I'm surrounded by so many people that are making more money than me, and the energy is so high. But yeah, that's really only the beginning of my story, right? Like I said, I've only been doing this for about like 4 months. I'm gonna continue to stay logged. I'm gonna continue to progress. I'm gonna continue to document my progress, because I feel like this is really cool to look back on. Like, yeah, it's cool to post it as well, but I also really like that I'm gonna have the ability to look back on it and like see how I've changed. Because sometimes I look at videos that I had filmed literally like 3-4 months ago, like back when I first started, and I feel like a completely different person. Like I'm still the same person, right? But I feel more knowledgeable, and obviously, right, like I've learned more things. I've gone through the game at least a little bit more. I'm still going through the game, right? But if I could go back and tell myself three things, I would have told myself to start sooner. 100% I would have told myself to start sooner. I think everybody can agree that they wish they would have started sooner. I would also tell myself to not let the little days get in the way of my progress. Do not stress too much about the L's. The W's are so much bigger and they're worth a whole lot more. And then lastly, I would tell myself not to worry. I can't lie, that anxiety still kind of sits, right? But you have to learn to control it. I'm not sure if it's ever gonna go away. I honestly doubt it. I think it's just like a part of being human. But the important thing is like being able to actually control it. That's what's gonna get you further. Like these people that are like mega rich, extremely rich, it's not like they're any different. It's not like they're wired or built any different. They've just learned to control their emotions and their feelings and their energy a whole lot more.